Serj Tankian, the legendary vocalist of the band System of a Down, is not only known as a talented musician with a distinctive voice, but also as someone who leads a meaningful and conscious lifestyle. Behind the stage and his energetic musical works, Tankian lives a balanced life, prioritizing humanitarian values, environmentalism, and spirituality. As an activist, vegan, and entrepreneur, he brings principles of sustainability and global awareness into his daily life. Serj Tankian's lifestyle reflects his dedication not only to art, but also to efforts to create a better world, both through music and tangible actions. In this video, we will explore the meaningful and inspiring journey of Serj Tankian's life, from his childhood marked by the turmoil of the Lebanese Civil War, his move to the United States, and his Armenian roots that shaped his identity and awareness of social justice. Additionally, we will highlight his balanced personal life, including his roles as a husband, father, activist, and entrepreneur, as well as his hobbies and interests that reflect his creative, conscious, and committed personality to positive change in the world. Early life. Born in Beirut, Lebanon on August 21, 1967, to Armenian parents Kavat and Alice Tankian, his childhood was marked by the turmoil of the Lebanese Civil War, which forced his family to seek a safer place. At the age of 7, Tankian and his family moved to Los Angeles, United States, where they began building a new life. His strong Armenian roots, including ancestors from modern-day Turkey and grandparents who survived the Armenian Genocide, shaped his identity and awareness of history and social justice. His education at the bilingual Rose and Alex Polibus Armenian School not only gave him a solid cultural foundation, but also introduced him to future System of a Down bandmates Darren Malakian and Shavo Odagian. After graduating from California State University, Northridge with a degree in marketing in 1989, Tankian felt lost in finding his life's purpose. However, a moment of enlightenment came at the age of 23, when he realized that music was his true calling. Serj Tankian was inspired by various music genres that shaped his unique style. His childhood was filled with traditional Armenian music, which he sang with his father in Lebanon. After moving to Los Angeles, he was exposed to pop music through the Saturday Night Fever soundtrack and became a devoted fan of the Beatles, whom he considered the most universal artists. In his 20s, Serj Tankian was inspired by Faith No More's Angel Dust and Mike Patton's captivating experimental vocals, as well as deeply influenced by the legendary Frank Zappa through iconic albums like Shake Your Booty and Joe's Garage. These inspirations shaped his unique style of blending musical complexity with sharp social commentary. Beyond music, Tankian was also politically active during his college years. As president of the Armenian Student Association at his university, he fought for the recognition of the Armenian Genocide, a struggle he continues to this day. His involvement with the Armenian Youth Federation and the Shant Student Association of the Armenian Revolutionary Federation laid a strong foundation for his activism, which is reflected in his music filled with social and humanitarian messages. Career and success. Serj Tankian, the talented Armenian-American vocalist and songwriter, began his music career by forming the band Soil in the early 1990s with Darren Malakian, Dave Hakopian, and Domingo Laranio. At the time, Tankian served as the vocalist and keyboardist, while Shavo Odagian, who later became the bassist for System of a Down, initially managed the band. However, Soil disbanded after Laranio and Hakopian left, feeling there was no future. After Soil's dissolution, Tankian, Malakian, and Odagian decided to form a new band named System of a Down, inspired by Malakian's poem Victims of a Down. They recruited drummer Antronik Andy Khachaturian, a longtime friend of Malakian, to complete the initial lineup. However, in mid-1997, Khachaturian left due to a hand injury and was replaced by John Dolmayan, who had previously played for the bands Indicator and Scars on Broadway. System of a Down began building a fan base by performing at rock clubs in Southern California. Their commercial success started with the release of their self-titled debut album in 1998, followed by Toxicity, which exploded in popularity and produced hits like Chop Suey and Toxicity. The album reached #1 on the Billboard 200 and propelled the band to the peak of popularity. System of a Down continued to release successful albums like Mesmerize and Hypnotize, further solidifying their position as one of the most influential bands in the alternative metal genre. However, in 2006, the band decided to go on hiatus after winning a Grammy Award for BYOB in the Best Hard Rock Performance category. During System of a Down's hiatus, Tankian began his solo career. In 2007, he released his first solo album, Elect the Dead, which received critical acclaim for its experimentation with various musical styles. This marked the beginning of a new chapter in Tankian's career as an independent musician. He later released other solo albums like Imperfect Harmonies, Harakiri, and Orca Symphony No. 1, showcasing his evolving creativity. Tankian also engaged in orchestral music projects and collaborations with other artists, such as his electronic project Fooktronic with Jimmy Urin of Mindless Self-Indulgence. System of a Down returned to the stage in 2010 for tours in Europe and North America, although they did not release new material until November 2020, when they released two new songs, Protect the Land and Genocidal Humanoids, to support Armenia's struggle in the Second Nagorno-Karabakh War. Proceeds from the songs were donated to the Armenia Fund. In the following years, the band limited their live performances but remained a major attraction at large festivals like Sick New World in 2023 and 2024. Beyond music, Tankian is also known as a social and political activist. He uses his platform to advocate for issues like the Armenian Genocide, social justice, and environmentalism. In 2024, Tankian released his first memoir, Down with the System, which explores his family history, personal motivations, and life lessons. On August 12, 2011, Serj Tankian was received at the Government House by Prime Minister Tigran Sargsyan and awarded the commemorative medal for his contributions to advocating for the recognition of the Armenian Genocide and advancing music as a means of cultural expression. Serj Tankian's career journey from an independent musician to a global icon reflects his dedication to art, creativity, and his commitment to creating change through music. Wealth. Serj Tankian, the lead vocalist of System of a Down and a solo musician, is estimated to have a net worth of around $20 million. Most of his wealth comes from the success of his music career, both as part of System of a Down and as a solo artist. System of a Down, which has released 5 successful studio albums like Toxicity and Mesmerize Hypnotize, generates significant income from album sales, world tours, and royalties. Their albums have sold millions of copies, and songs like Chop Suey and BYOB have become international hits that continue to generate royalties. In addition, Tankian has also accumulated wealth from his solo career. He has released several solo albums, including Elect the Dead, Imperfect Harmonies, and Harakiri, which have not only been commercially successful but also critically acclaimed. Tankian is also involved in various projects outside of music, including composing for film and theater, such as the music for the documentary I Am Not Alone and the musical Prometheus Bound. Furthermore, he is active in investments and business ventures, including the founding of the independent record label Surgical Strike Records, which provides additional income. He also ventured into business. In 2018, he founded Kavat Coffee, a company focused on Armenian coffee. Through Kavat Coffee, Tankian not only promotes high-quality coffee but also supports Armenia's economy and culture. As an activist, Tankian also uses his wealth to support various humanitarian campaigns, including advocacy for the recognition of the Armenian Genocide and humanitarian aid through organizations like the Armenia Fund. With these diverse income sources, Tankian has not only built financial wealth, but also a significant cultural legacy in the music industry and the arts. Vehicle. Tankian is known as someone who values art and sustainability over excessively collecting luxury cars. Some sources mention that Tankian has a unique interest in classic cars. One of his lesser-known car collections is a classic 1969 Volga Gaz 21. This car is not just an ordinary vehicle, but a restoration project that reflects his love for retro design and sustainability. Tankian is known to have chosen this car for its simplicity and strong nostalgic value, aligning with his personality that values art and history. Personal life. Serj Tankian has a personal life filled with family happiness and a commitment to his Armenian cultural roots. On June 9, 2012, Tankian married Angela Madatian, an Armenian woman from Vanadzor, in a private ceremony in Simi Valley, California. The couple has a son named Rumi Tankian, born on October 24, 2014. Their son's name is inspired by the famous Sufi poet Jalaluddin Rumi, reflecting Tankian's love for art and philosophy. Currently, Tankian and his family split their time between Warkworth, New Zealand and Los Angeles, California, since 2015. They choose to live in these two locations to enjoy a more peaceful and balanced life. Tankian also has a close family relationship with his System of a Down bandmate John Dolmayan, as their wives are sisters. This further strengthens their bond, both personally and professionally. With a harmonious personal life, Tankian successfully balances his music career, responsibilities as a husband and father, and his commitment to business and social activism. Serj Tankian is known as an advocate for environmental and animal protection. He was a vegetarian for many years, stating in an interview with PETA that his decision was driven by touring experiences and an awareness of the importance of respecting Mother Earth. He said, "I like to think of the earth as a mother. I like to think of the sky as a grandfather. God has been used for hidden motives." In July 2009, Tankian signed a PETA petition against KFC's chicken slaughter methods, demonstrating his commitment to animal rights. However, in a 2024 interview on the YouTube channel Mythical Kitchen, Tankian revealed that he had started eating meat again the previous year, marking a new change in his lifestyle. Nonetheless, he continues to value environmental principles and supports conservation efforts.